it for today. We're going to use the tiller to till up the area right outside of our garden fence, and the hope is that we can use this area to plant a bunch of sunflowers that would be potentially food for us and for our animals, and then to plant some loofah that we would use as small immature loofah rather than sponges. You can eat them when they're small, and that way we'll make use of the fencing area and keep this sturdy grass from growing into our garden area. So it kills many birds with one stone. All we have to do is get it to be tilled up. Kevin got this area in front of the regular garden fencing all tilled up today. Once we pull the dead clods of grass out and roots, then we'll go through, make a little trench in here to put the power and water that will be headed towards the high tunnel back there. Cover it up, and then we can plant our sunflowers and our loofah. I do think because of the danger of getting close to the wire fencing, he had to leave a gap of the grass there, so we'll have to hand pull that out. But I don't think it'll take us long now because we're already cleared right up to it.
All right, we are continuing with some of the stuff out here for the garden and the high tunnel. What we're doing today is we're going to be putting in some of this conduit you see here and this water line, and it will carry the water from this point down the side of the garden and all the way to the high tunnel. We already have the water plumbed up to this point right here where this faucet is, but we have it capped off down here. You can't see it because the grass has grown all over it. And then all we're going to do is just cut that cap off and attach the water line to that and continue on, and we'll run it down this little ditch I've got dug right here. You can see the ditch that we are digging, and it goes down this way, and this is actually the area that I ran the tiller through last week to get some of this grass out, and so it will follow this pathway right here, and then we are planning to maybe put another faucet right here on this corner, or maybe on the corner of the high tunnel over here. But at any rate, that water line is going to come all the way to this high tunnel and feed the high tunnel too.
So we got a lot of this area on the south side where the trench is going to go, all cleared out from the dead grass or the living grass and roots. And now, since it had grown through the fence and established itself over there, Kevin is pulling at it from that side so that it doesn't just crawl right back into our area when we decide to plant it. So we're making a lot of progress. Well, Kevin's just about got this whole trench dug. Sort of ended up redoing it because the ground is so powder dry. Had to sort of moisten it so that it would stay out of the hole and quit filling back in. But he's got it all done all the way up to where it will start back here at the faucet, and the conduit with the wire in it will go in this same trench. So it won't take long once we get this dug, but as you can see, I got this end all cleared out for the grass that had grown into the garden area, so won't take long, and I can clear this out. I just don't want it growing back on what I'm going to plant. So I don't know, looks like another 5 minutes and he'll have this dug. Now we're pushing the conduit through, now we are actually pushing the wire through the conduit. so that we can have this all stretched and ready to lay in that trench. So we got 1, 2, 3 20-foot lengths, I guess they are, or are they 10-foot lengths,
I
Kevin?
think they're 10.
Okay,
So we
3
got 30
10-foot
feet,
lengths so far. Probably going to take a couple more. We got the wire pulled into the conduit. Left ourselves plenty here for the connection up that telephone pole kind of thing. Now we have laid it in, or quite near, the trench, and Kevin is just connecting the bells from this conduit. The conduit is really not necessary because we did buy the outside use wire, but we like to be double sure, so we're not having to glue them at the bells, but we are just trying to connect them. That'll protect it in case some rogue homeowner, homesteader, decides to put a shovel in this area in the future. So there you go, we're up to the end over there, and now just fill in the trench and we're good to go. And a lot of stuff to clean up, right, Kevin? You can't see much, but under this dirt are dozens of loofah seeds and probably over 100 or more. I guess that's redundant, isn't it? Sunflower seeds. So I'm hoping that this is really going to come up good for us. I'm going to have to wait this side for another day. I'm just out of time and energy. I'm probably as red as a tomato by now. So, time to quit for today. This is the end of the ditch and planting bed area. So Kevin got this all set up for hose bib or faucet, as you might call it. This has been so wonderful. We've got one hose running from it that goes to a sprinkler and one that goes to a hand sprayer. So we can reach the high tunnel ever so easily, just 8 feet away. So that's giving us nice short runs on our hoses. This is how the sunflowers, and on this half of the bed we have some Kentucky Wonder beans planted right close to the fence. You can see the yellower leaves right there. So we've got a climbing vine kind of a plant, and then here's 3 Kentucky Wonders pretty close to each other on that one. And then we were able to put these pavers in at the gate area. And then this is the area we started with the sunflower seeds and the loofahs. When Kevin came to look at these the other day, he said the loofahs were in really sad condition, but they have really perked up, and I think they're going to make it. You see those there? And then it's a pretty good path of them all the way along the fence. So it's looking good. It's a good project. I'd say it's finished, other than we're hoping to put a border along here just to make it easier to mow against and just for a little decoration. But that could be someplace long in the future when we get all this spare time that we're going to have in our later summer times. Who hopes? We hope for it anyway. See how much pressure we have? Oh, this is so wonderful to have that water coming out of the new pump and well. It makes such a difference. So anyway, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, send us some comments, and come back often to see our newer videos. Until next time, goodbye from Hideaway Homestead.